Here we go. Welcome to Yankin' Crankin'.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome to Cast and Crank. This is a redo because Ryan didn't like his previous podcast. No, I'm just like,
That's true. That's true.
No, we had some technical difficulties on the original one because I had the audio fuck up, so we're doing it again.
Inside.
Yes, in the new studio.
Yeah, there's no dog licking my nuts. There's no kids running around. This
right?
Is nice.
Ryan we grew up where?
San Diego.
San Diego, so he's kind of a local guy, known for a big fish.
Is that big fish?
That's a big fish.
Big fish fishing?
Right?
Yeah.
With that big fish.
Sure.
People talk about that big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
oh, man.
Who's it?
Oh,
Me or
man.
you? Who
That's
fucked
me.
up?
I'm out of here.
And he also is the third captain.
Third
captain.
Pinnacle. Yeah.
Pinnacle. We've been trying to get this one together for a while, and he just finished your first season or second season?
First season.
First season. We'll go back and we'll start at the largemouth stuff. So talk about like how you cut your teeth on that and like how you got into the big bait thing.
Yeah, that started off when I was like 11, 12, 13, spotty fishing. My dad would just drop me off at the bay and I'd just like walk around, jump on docks, get kicked off, go to the next one, catch spotties. And then I think the largemouth thing kind of piqued my interest once I started to see like guys fishing swim baits. I was like, oh, that's cool, because back in the day, spotty fishing, we used to use like 3/8 big hammer lead head, 3-inch big hammer. That's it.
That's all there was.
All
then.
you needed.
Okay.
Yeah. And you would catch 3-pounders every
But
day.
don't you think that's what you needed because there wasn't like fucking Instagram how there was?
Probably. Yeah. And I feel like it wasn't that popular.
Yeah.
And now everyone kind of,
But so is largemouth fishing and
fishing got big.
Yeah.
After the whole COVID deal, it definitely blew up for sure.
You saw that happen during your being a captain too, like kind of it pick up. Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, especially through like the El Nino deal, like 2015, 2016, like fishing definitely got big.
Damn. How long were you into spotties for a while?
Yeah.
You still fished them when you got older too, right?
A little bit. I'd say like 17.
Really?
I want to say. And then I kind of I just got burnt out on it and I just kind of moved into the largemouth thing because I think it's cooler. I think you can catch them so many different ways, so many different, like throughout the year, there's
you
patterns.
Mean spotties or
largemouth?
Largemouth. Okay.
Where it's like spotties, it was like, okay, drop next to the piling or cast in the grass and catch one.
You only got those two really spots.
That's kind of it. Yeah. Structure fishing, grass fishing.
Yeah.
One or the other.
And with the spotties, it's like you're stuck on that if you don't have a boat from the shore either.
Yeah.
As well,
Exactly.
So you were spotty fishing first, correct?
Yes.
So you kind of used some of those techniques when you went into largemouth?
I kind of just jumped like right into swim bait fishing.
What made you want to do that?
Just because I saw it and thought it was cool. And I liked the aspect of trying to catch. At least I had my
I'm bad too. Who did you see do it though? Like that was.
I want to say it was kind of like Oliver.
Was it?
Yeah.
Were you just lurking on YouTube?
Yeah, and it was like before he even put out, the first big bass streams. It was like when he had like the little clips. I was like, oh, dude, this is rad. Like that's a 10-pounder. I was like, God damn, like I want to do that. And I didn't have any money growing up. Yeah. But I made it work.
What were you throwing then when you started?
It was like S waivers and HUDs and stuff like that.
And you're getting bid on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's back when they used to eat that stuff. In San Diego.
Yes.
In San Diego, I'll say that.
What how did you learn though? Like did you just watch the video and try to copy the techniques?
Kinda, and then tactical bassing.
Really?
Definitely taught me a lot. Yeah. What else? I kind of just went and did it. I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I talked to people, they're like, oh yeah, cast off a point or like structure. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. But as far as someone like kind of sitting there holding my hand, teaching me, I didn't have that.
I mean, a lot of people, it's easy nowadays, easier.
Yes.
The information's there. Do you remember when it all clicked? So like, do you remember like fishing, and for instance, a HUD, everyone talks about dragging a HUD and feeling that, pressure or the click or, dragging over something. Do you remember like figuring out, oh, this is how this bite works? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I kind of like tried to picture what I was fishing underwater and then imagining my bait going through that. Like if there was a boulder and I cast it next to the boulder, I'm like, okay, well that would make sense. In a big fish aspect, that big fish corners the bait against the boulder, has nowhere to go, it eats it. And then I would get a couple bites like that. I'm like, okay, now I get it. You know, definitely like time of day, and everyone I think is still learning. I don't think there's anyone that's like, oh, I got it figured out. Because if you say that, you're dead ass wrong.
So when did you start catching like a double digit? What was your first one?
Honestly, I don't remember.
No.
I just go fit. I just like bass fishing.
Did you ever were you measuring them and pictures and or not really?
Pictures and like weights.
Do you have a picture of the 13?
Somewhere on my phone in the vast
I
depths.
need it. We're gonna put it up.
Oh God, you gotta make me scroll.
Not right now. Later on, we'll put
okay.
it in the video
We'll
later.
do that.
So how long did it take you to get that big of a fish? So at that time, you know, like how long were you grinding till you go, oh, I got a fucking 13? Like
I think I had like a 9, or I might have just broken 10.
okay.
And then I remember I upgraded to that, and it was like a whole different fish.
What gear were you using? Like when you start, I always ask, like, I've been through 4 sets of fucking like, okay, this is my fishing tackle. And then you get that itch to go, well, I kind of want all of these rods, or, you know, like what were you using in the beginning to like at that time?
I think I started off with like the Cardiff.
Okay.
You know, I think that's kind of like the most entry level for, especially for kids, you know, like
yeah.
I can go afford that on my own without, you know, really having that much money. And like, I think I was sponsored by Seeker at the time.
Oh, were you?
So I think, yeah.
Did they have a swim bait rod then?
Back when Randy Penny
was
with Seeker.
Yeah.
It was when I was over there. They didn't have a swim bait necessarily. It was like the 809 blank.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And that's kind of what I used that for the big baits and some of the Shimano like Claris rods.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
What made you turn on to like using those types of rods? Like, did you just kind of do research, or you just kind of pick stuff up?
Just anything that I could afford at the time.
Really? Yeah. So you had no rhyme or reason like why you wanted to do?
No, I was too young to really get in tune with it. You know, like if you don't have the money, like don't go buy a Conquest. Like don't take out a loan or like be in debt just to own a Conquest.
So you would rather tell people like use what you can get other than take out the loan, because some people go, oh, buy the best shit first. That way you don't got to do it again.
I think it's true now. Like now I don't fish. I fish the top end stuff because I can afford it.
Yeah.
If I can't afford it, I'm not going to fish it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool and it does make a difference in a way, but it's not, you know, make it or break it.
Yeah, like you'll be able to catch that fish either way, you think.
Yeah, look at Paul Bailey.
What does he use?
Cardiff.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine.
A lot of people use a Cardiff,
It's
though.
fine. Cardiff and an iRod will get you bit.
I think Newman talked about it on the podcast too, as well. Cardiff. He loves that thing.
Cardiff and an iRod.
Yeah.
You will get bit.
I mean, and how much is that combo cost? Fucking maybe
I
a
don't
couple
even
$100,
know.
maybe
$200 to $300.
Which is that's a good suggestion for like a starter combo, you know?
100%. And you can buy 3 different setups to fish 3 different baits for the price of like one Conquest and whatever, a lowdown or something.
Yeah.
So you could already have your.
But don't you feel that difference though? Like I got a custom rod built by Performance. Mm-hmm. And before I was like, man, it can't be that big of a fucking difference. And I got it and picked it up and I'm like, oh, there's a fucking difference for sure. Like, just the weight, the transfer, everything. Like, and I'm still new to this, but you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do you have some customs too as well now?
Yeah, I kind of build my own stuff now.
Oh, you do?
I moved into that, yeah, because, I mean, a couple of years ago, before the swim bait thing got really big, it was like you get a swim bait rod that handles like, it was like, dude, it's
and
tiny.
You're short too.
And I'm
short. I feel like a short guy. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I love having that in my armpit.
I like a big butt.
Yeah.
I like
and
a
you
long,
cannot lie?
Big butt, and I cannot lie. I mean, I build my rods with like a 16-inch butt.
Yeah.
Just because I like to be able to cast, and when I swing, I want to swing and not. I want it to be under my armpit, you know, because that's where your rod pulls back. It pulls in the reel, and it pulls under your armpit, and it's not going anywhere.
Did you kind of dork out on the rod building thing and look into that as well?
Oh yeah. I did some. I've done gnarly rods, like I've wrapped rattlesnake and shit in the rods. Yeah, and then I was like, black on black on black on black. Send it.
That's
done.
what I want.
Yeah.
That's me. I just want all black cool. Say something funny on the rod, and then
super easy.
Yeah. Do you like all your rods to be like that under your armpit? Like everything
For
you're
the
doing
most
pretty
part.
much,
Yeah.
except like a drop shot or something.
Yeah, obviously spin a rod a little different.
Do you all of your conventional stuff? Do you make yourself too?
For the most part.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do it because it's a need more than a want.
And you don't feel like buying a Phoenix or a iRod, or you just rather have your own?
Oh, I'll fish Phoenix blanks.
But you have blanks.
Blanks.
Okay, yeah. I'm saying like whatever blank you can get a hold of, you'll use that you like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So let's talk about the 13 since we're kind of getting into that. Like, people know where you caught it. Do you not want to say?
I don't care. You can go to Dixon. You can have that fucking mud hole.
Were you fishing with anyone else at the time?
No, that one was just me.
Are groups of people? Were you fishing with a group of like buddies that you were kind of big fishing?
No, everyone I hit up said, no, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to go there. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm just going to go myself. Send it.
What time of the year was it?
You know, I really don't know. I don't even care about it, to be honest with you.
You're so cool.
I'm not cool. I just like fishing. I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
That's a big deal though. Like I like fishing, but I could tell you that my most memorable catches, I can tell you the time and the...
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's like... Did you do sports?
No.
In high school? Never.
No, they always tried to get me to play football.
You just never wanted to?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to go
pro.
I
have a question for you. You. And you're going to fucking answer it like that.
I'm going to answer it.
What is your PB fucking... what's your max on bench?
I don't bench.
Okay, dumbbells.
Dumbbells, I'm hitting 90s for 8.
Okay, you know fucking how much you can do 90s.
But as far as like a 1 rep max, I don't care for that.
But you know you can do the 90s 8 times.
Yeah.
So then you should know where your fucking PB bass is. You know that. If someone's like, hey, what do you shoulder press?
Shoulder press right now, 55s.
Okay.
For 8 by 3.
Okay. Look at, you just told me perfectly.
Yeah.
Where'd you catch your fucking fish? What time
Dixon,
of the year?
dude. I don't know. In the fucking corner next to the Toolies.
You care. You just acting like you don't.
I really don't know. That was
Okay.
what? How long ago was that?
You were
6
17,
years
18?
ago? 6 years ago?
Were you 18?
25, 19? Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay. Let's get back to the story, okay?
Okay.
Shoulder presser.
Okay. So where do I start? Dixon, rental boat.
You in a boat
garbage.
then?
You have to.
Okay. All right.
If you want, I think if you want to catch something at Dixon, you have to rent the boat.
Can you shore pound there?
You can,
Okay.
but it's all right. You're kind of fighting trout guys the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Even in the boat, it sucks. But rent the boat, fish in the morning. I got there when they opened. I remember that. Cruise down the bank, and I see her cruising the bank early in the morning. It was kind of dark. I knew she was big. I just didn't know how big.
Yeah.
But definitely probably like one of the biggest ones I've seen.
This was in the morning too as well, right?
Yeah, like low light. You know when you can kind of see like a shadow and you're like, ooh, shit. Like, okay, that's a big one. She was cruising the bank, and then I came back in the afternoon, and I kind of like was casting down that same stretch, and I saw her kind of in deep water, and then I saw her position herself kind of up against the Tule line. There's like a bank, Tule line, right? And then it's deep water access. I mean, prime location for a big fish. And so I kind of watched her for a second, hung out, and the boats at Dixon are just like those little
Tiller,
55 thrust
Oh,
tiller
trolling
motors.
motor.
Yeah, it's a trolling
fuck,
motor
okay.
on a John boat. You don't even get the fucking the lawnmower. No, you get a trolling motor.
It's only rental boats there, no private
Yeah,
boats.
no private boats.
Okay.
And then I remember kind of sitting, watching, waiting for probably like 10 minutes, and I just made my cast. And I saw the shadow kind of like shoot up to the bait, and all of a sudden it was like, whoa. I just felt it, the rod just kind of like leave my arms there for a second, and swung, and
Did you,
that was kind of it.
what were you using, Cardiff?
No, that was a UC, like 711 medium heavy that Brent wrapped me, Sato.
Okay.
Rest in peace. And an Abu of some sort. I want to say like NACL.
Okay. What about line? Just 20 pound?
20-pound Isoline triplex.
Oh, man. Did you make sure when you cast it was really quiet? Did you kind of...
Yeah, I definitely shot my shot.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You had
Like,
it planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
You shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Take your time. I think that's the biggest thing in swim bait fishing too.
I've
See
heard
guys,
multiple guys.
Yeah, you see guys just run down the bank like da 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 da. It's like, okay, cool, but like that big fish, she's smart for a reason. She's
You're
big
thinking
for
you're
a reason.
scaring when you're running down the bank, just trying to pound the bank. You're going to scare off your bite, maybe.
I wouldn't say scaring, but I think if you like look at the factors that you're presented, like don't even make the cast. If it's not right, just it's okay. Go do something else.
Yeah. So after that fish, were you like, I need to catch a bigger one, or were you kind of like, I'm happy?
Oh, I fell on top of the world after that. I was like, I'm done. I'm retiring. No, I mean I kept fishing.
So you're 18 at the time when you're doing that, right?
I think so. I think I was like 18 or 19.
Were you into the sport boat stuff yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're already deckhanding?
Yeah, I was deckhanding at, 13.
No way. What
well,
boat?
like pinhead deckhanding, I guess you would say. That was on the Chubasco too. That was when they were in Mission Bay. They like just moved from Islandia just to like the dock over.
Okay. Were you, so your dad would just drop you off later?
He would just pawn me off all summer, every weekend. It was rad. It was like free,
How much did you learn doing that?
Everything.
Like, did you just learn like?
Yes. Like a sponge.
Yeah.
Soaking everything up.
Do they have a lot of people still pinheading kids?
Not really.
It's hard
Not
nowadays, though. Huh?
I think so. I think it's just different.
Like too political and parents like flipping out.
It's There's too many like, what would you call that? Like
political correctness.
Yeah, sure. We'll just call it PC. Yeah.
It's too people. Well, I could get that because you can't I've talked to people saying like hazing. I think everybody needs to get hazed, and I think it's a fun thing to bust balls. To an extent, like I'm never gonna make someone cry, or maybe I will.
No,
we'll make Seth cry or something.
Yeah, we can make him cry. You can still make him cry.
But you know what I'm saying? That hazing's missing because I feel like you bust balls and you build that tough skin for a reason. It helps you later on in life.
Kids need to like in the Will Ferrell Get Hard.
Yeah,
like dude, you need to have your balls busted as a kid.
Do something to get hard.
Exactly.
And who knows? I mean. Nowadays, people are just do what they do.
Feelings.
Yeah, exactly. Easily.
Dude, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it all. We'll just talk about fishing, right?
No, it's part of fishing. It's social media made a big, you saw it come up. You saw fucking social media come up like from your age. Like I didn't have social media when I was your age.
Yeah, I know.
Like I didn't get it till fucking 28. 29?
Yeah, I think it was my freshman year in high school. It was like Instagram first came out.
No way.
That's back when remember it had like the little camera thing?
I don't because I didn't fuck with it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it used to be like a little camera icon.
And
like
you remember it all.
I remember all that. Yeah, we would post like whatever the hell, you get like, 2 likes. I mean, I don't think any of us understood like what it would ever become.
Did you, were you posting fishing stuff then?
I think so.
Yeah. Did you have an Instagram account previously to the one you have now?
No, I just kept
Always
it
the
Ryan,
same one.
Kyle.
Always. It's a long time to have the same Instagram account.
I know. I'm pretty sure people try to sign up as Ryan Kyle.
And they probably got mad. You could have sold it to them, dude.
I know. I should go do it right now.
So you were a pinhead for how long?
Pinhead from like 13 to 16.
Okay.
And I mean, I was like working then, like they would give me a cut aside or whatever.
And you were helping deckhands somewhat, like helping people out.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much the full time.
And then 16 to when did you move after that?
Then I was Fisherman 3 out of H&M for a while until I was 20.
Okay.
And that definitely taught me a lot. JD was the man.
What were you doing on the first boat? Was like a half day boat?
Yeah, half day, 3/4 day.
And then
then moved on to half day, 3/4 day.
Same thing.
Over in H&M.
But being a deck, like a full-on deck.
Full time, yeah.
Okay.
I was whatever you want to call it, a deck boss or whatever the guys,
Deck boss.
If it makes you feel good, you can call yourself deck boss. Like
deck boss.
Deck boss.
So you did that till you were 20.
20.
Okay.
And that kind of like definitely cut my teeth. It was like, oh yeah, 30 days in a row when you're, 18 and it's biting and it's like full speed yellowfin in the summer. Like
you're working every day.
Get it. Yeah. Get it.
Fuck, I can't see how you wouldn't get burnt out, man.
I think especially when you have a good crew, I think it's
like being with family kind of.
Exactly.
Okay.
You show up, everyone knows what's going on. You know what you're doing. It's like, okay, another day. Here we go. Let's do it.
Okay.
Everyone got along. And
then who was the captain on that boat?
That was JD.
And he taught you tons.
The man. Yeah.
Okay. Who was the captain on the previous boat?
Who was that? Ernie when I first started, the owner, and then Trevor Rogers, who's now Navy. And I can't remember who started driving after that. It was
But
kind of
JD
like
kind of taught you a lot.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Were the bluefin biting yet or no?
That was when it was like the football yellowfin stuff.
Okay.
And there was some bluefin towards the end, but
nothing
we didn't
like
really,
the big ones now.
Yeah, you can't really kite fish on a 3/4 day boat. I mean, you can. I mean,
Some people do, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
the
Graham
boys that do it.
Graham caught one on a kite, didn't he?
Graham
Aaron Graham
caught a
I think so,
tuna on
maybe.
a kite. I would
No, I mean on his
assume-
boat. On his boat, like on their 3/4 day.
Oh, probably.
The native son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got the gear and you can send it out real quick, do it.
But you weren't running into them like you do now. Like
no,
the
I
big.
mean, we had like a day for 80 pounders and we were frothing. It was so sick.
Frothing.
Yeah.
So when you're 20, did you stop working on that boat?
Yeah, I turned 20 and then moved over to the Spirit of Adventure.
Where's that at?
That's H&M as well.
Okay.
That's just
Was that a full day?
That's a long range boat.
Okay. How many days would you guys go?
The longest I did was 45 turning and burning.
45 days
45
straight?
days in a row, but average was like 20 to 30.
So you would leave on how long were the trips?
5, 7s, and 8s mostly.
Fuck, dude.
And then you get one day in, go home, do your laundry, come back down. I mean, you don't get a full day in. You get like 4, 5, 6 hours.
And you just do your laundry the whole time?
Doing laundry.
Damn. What how was that changing from the 3/4 day to 8-day trip?
I thought it was going to be like, oh, I could just wake up at work and I'm already there, and oh, so much fun. It's a lot of work.
What's the difference? Like, what is it? Just you're constantly working.
You're always
like something. You're not sleeping a lot.
No, you got a night drive.
You do.
Yeah.
But you got your hours that way though, right?
Yeah, crew rotations, night driving, 2 hours
at a time.
So say we all go to bed at 8, and then say your shift's from midnight to 2. I mean, you get a little bit of sleep, and then you go to bed.
But you're
2.
back up at 4 to fish most.
Get
of the
up
time,
at
right?
like 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there.
Fuck, dude.
So you don't get like that long REM sleep. You know what I mean?
REM sleep. I was just gonna say
Dude.
that. We see those muscles.
Oh,
We know
yeah.
you talk about REM sleep. Huh?
REM sleep. I still don't sleep.
No.
No.
6 hours tops.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, for the most part,
Yeah.
like 6. I think it like growing up, I never slept because I was
So you're
always
just
working
you're
so much.
trained to
So
not-
yeah, I mean, I get up at like 6 every day, no matter what.
Fuck.
I could go to bed at like probably 1 a.m. Wake up at 6.
Even when I'm like that when I drink too, I'll drink hard and I'll wake up like at 4:30 or 5 and just be like,
Oh yeah, that's not me.
it's no good.
Oh no. Oh no.
Now you'll sleep in, huh?
Oh, I'll sleep in.
When you so you're at night, you're getting your hours though, right? That's your captain hours, right? You get those hours when you drive those 2.
Well, I mean, you could just get your hours being on the boat.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that. You just
yeah.
got to be on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, you can't like drive without a license.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't operate commercially without a license.
How many hours does it take to get your license?
725 days.
So you got to be on a boat 725 days before you can actually try to get your
Correct.
license. Okay.
And then I think a day is what, like 6 hours?
Oh, okay. So it's not like
yeah,
a full,
yeah.
okay.
So you don't have to be out there 12 hours or whatever.
So you got to work for a couple years, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. I'd say like 3 or 4 seasons, depending on how long you work.
When you were running on those long trips, how was it? Like, did you see anything kind of crazy, or were you like,
dude, that was
this
like
is wild.
Yeah, that was mind blowing because the Spirit was I don't know if they have Wi-Fi now, but we didn't have Wi-Fi, so it was like, want to make a gaff on travel days? It was like, what should we do? You're like, fuck, I don't know what to do.
Cards and
reading
shit.
books, cards, like whatever you could do to kind of keep your mind,
dude.
you know, like obviously maintenance and whatnot, and you get to sleep a little bit, but
And the customers are just drinking the whole time because they have nothing to do.
yeah, pretty much. Drink, eat food, hang out. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, you do like a day or two of travel, and then all of a sudden you fish your ass off for 4 days, and then 2 days back home.
It's pretty much what it is. 2 days traveling there, 2 days traveling back. And
Yeah,
fish.
like fishing the ridge and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The
Wow.
rocks.
And you did that for how long?
Just one season.
And then
And then what did I do? I moved over to the restaurant. I got burnt out on sport fishing
you did. Why?
because I'm too salty, dude. Like
What do you
I
mean?
got too salty, and I checked myself.
You felt like you had a bad attitude
Oh yeah,
just from sport fishing.
yeah. I mean, the crew that we had at the time on the Spirit, I was 20 years old, and most of those guys were like 50s.
So you're a punk kid pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I had my big head. I'll admit it. I was a jackass
Yeah.
between 16, 17, all the way into like 21. I was a jackass.
What made you realize that you're a fucking asshole? You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to realize?
I don't know. It was just like, I just kind of came to the conclusion. I'm like, dude, I have such a bad attitude. Like at life
Was it
right
like
now,
everything you saw, you just like complained about?
pissed all the time.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just like, no, hold on. Check. I'm out of sport fishing.
That's crazy because you did it so long. You were like, that's
Yeah.
what I want to do. And you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. And I knew it was a break.
Yeah.
Dude, you never leave.
Yeah.
Once you're in, unfortunately.
You're in
You're
for
in.
life. It's like the Mexican mafia.
Yeah, you can leave, but guess where you're coming back?
So what restaurant did you work at?
Blue Water Seafood. That's in
You still
Mission
work there
Hills in
now,
San
right?
Diego. Yeah, I work
Okay.
there right now in the off season.
That's nice.
Why not?
You like
Makes
the
it fun.
server?
I'm a fish cutter.
A fish cutter?
Fish cutter.
What the fuck do you do?
So like, say someone comes in and orders like a salmon plate. So I take the side of salmon and then I cut an 8-ounce portion, like right then and there.
Is there a certain way you got to cut it? And
Yeah.
did you learn a lot doing that?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely learned like more portioning.
Okay.
I mean, when you're working full time there, it's kind of crazy. You can hold something in your hand and be like, oh, that's 7 ounces.
No way.
Not 8. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, it was pretty wild.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. And like you get to play with different fish and stuff like that.
You
And
learn how
it's
to sharpen knives like a motherfucker, I'm sure, right?
knife work. Yeah. I mean, everything. It definitely, like, I feel like as deckhands and stuff like that, you learn to break down the fish to a certain point. After that, I mean, I learned how to like cut sashimis. I can make like sashimi roses, avocado roses, get all
way.
fancy and stuff. Yeah.
Do you have a certain knife you like to use?
Not necessarily.
It's just whatever's out
I
there.
think what like Forstners are great.
And you just know how to sharpen them probably really good, right?
I think, yeah,
Wow.
pretty much. You can make any knife a good knife
Yeah.
for the most part.
How long did you do that for then?
2 years.
This is right after sport fishing.
Yeah, that was 2 years.
Okay.
And that was cool because I never had like a full-time job. Like as far as like not seasonal. So it was like, whoa, I get a check in December. It was like January, what?
That's got to be hard too because when you're done being a cap, you're saving your money the whole fucking year,
Yeah, exactly.
right? And then you're off for how long when you're not working?
I don't know.
3 months?
Just call it like 6 on, 6 off.
Really?
Like for the most part.
You don't do
I
that
think,
now though, right?
What are we right now? April through October?
Oh, that's what you do with Dwayne. You guys don't really,
February, March. Yeah, somewhere in there. I
Oh.
mean, obviously depending on the fishing.
because you don't do any rock fishing really, right?
I'll take people rock fishing.
If they want to go.
I love that shit.
You really like rock
Sign me up.
You like rock fishing?
Dude, are you kidding?
Fucking hate it, dude.
Cod God. Cod God.
You bet Bobby Martinez might be listening.
Oh, well, he's got spot lock and shit. Dude, if I could spot lock on some of this stuff, it would be game over.
What's the biggest red you've caught?
Reds? Oh, dude, we've gotten like 8s, 9s. Oh, yeah.
Damn. So you really like doing it? You enjoy
I
it.
like it, yeah.
I hate reeling in that long. It's fucking boring.
Oh,
Do you like calico fishing?
It's okay.
No.
I mean, I never had the
Dorky.
boat to do it.
Oh, to be up on the shore, huh?
Yeah, I liked it on sport fishing. Like, honestly, like half-day fishing with either like a collar-hooked anchovy, big sardine. Dude, that shit's fun.
Yeah.
Big ones. Surface iron fishing for them.
Yeah.
Rad.
I like fishing barracuda too as well. It's fun for me.
Where are the slimers at?
I don't know. Whenever they're there, little ones, I have no problem catching them. They're fun.
Fuck, I remember catching logs.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I caught, I think one, this was probably like 9 years ago. I won in the El Dorado before I knew anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we caught some big fucking barracuda. This was a while ago though.
Mm-hmm.
I still never got to see, one thing I wish I could have seen was a sand bass.
What's a sand bass?
Well, no, when it was big.
Oh,
when there was a
I
shitload.
remember that. Yeah.
I never got to see like it go off like that.
Dude. That was the
At
coolest
the flats,
shit.
right? It was
Yes.
like fucking.
Dude, they would
Yeah.
swim around you like sand bass tornado. It was
That would have been
nuts.
so fun, dude.
Oh, it's cool.
Just go all the time and just kill sand bass all the time. but
Every day.
stuff's changing.
Water changing.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
The temperatures, just what do you mean? Getting too
I-
warm or too what?
I think the El Nino kind of messed up the inshore fishery for a while. I mean, look at the kelp. There was
Yeah.
no kelp for what, 2 years?
Fuck.
3 years?
Yeah, right.
Two, 3?
I remember Crystal Cove being filled with kelp, and now there's
And then there was
Holy
nothing.
shit.
But now it's growing back.
yeah.
So whatever
Yeah.
that means.
What do you think's gonna happen when this whole fucking bluefin thing turns off?
I don't know. Is it going to turn off?
Do you think?
I was saying it years ago. I was like, oh, this is probably it. Oh, this is probably it.
Because
oh,
before that, there was no bluefin fishery like this, right?
No,
Here?
I mean, what, 100 years ago or whatever they say?
That's how the
people
cycle.
say. Like, what was it, Catalina? I don't know. I don't know if you remember. But they were
I don't
talking, what,
fucking
100
know,
years
dude.
ago this was like a thing?
Really?
Now it's not a thing. Or
So
now,
they're
well,
thinking-
it wasn't a thing. Now it's a thing again.
So now they're thinking maybe in another 5 years it might be gone for another 100 years. That's
I have
wild.
no idea.
That's what Wes was telling me. He's like, dude, you have the chance right now to pull on a big fish. You might
Mm-hmm.
not ever have a chance to again. You need to do it.
It's true.
And I'm like, you're right. I think a lot of people need to.
Dude, every year it's like, is this it?
But
Is
you
this
get
it?
you get used to it like anything else. It's like fucking being married to your wife. You know, it's like
Oh,
you
no.
see her every day, and you're not going to be like, I'll fucking be nice tomorrow or whatever it might be. You're used to it. You're comfortable. It's like, I'll do it. Then guess what? It's gone. No
Yep.
more fucking. Well, hopefully my wife doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Knock on wood.
shit.
But what I'm trying to say is like, if you don't take it for granted, it's like if you have a big fishery, you could catch these
Yeah.
big bluefin, go out and catch them. And after Wes put that in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking try and go catch one of these times. And I tried when they were close on my friend's boat. Christian and Wes kind of told me like, hey, go this way, but there's like 80 million people out there. I never seen
Oh,
that many
yeah.
people. Go to the 14 mile. I'm like, all right. I drive there in the morning, and I'm like, why the fuck does it look like there's like fucking 35 boats? And there was.
That's it.
And this was on a Thursday, dude.
Only 35.
That's crazy. Like I've never seen that many boats in the water fishing in that one area. And that's
Gnarly.
just because of the hype.
Dude, COVID plus
Fuck,
bluefin.
dude. Yeah.
Is gnarly.
I got all kinds of questions when we get farther down the line.
Okay,
But let's so you had the 2-year stint. The first time, what made you stop working there?
Sport fishing?
No, the restaurant.
Oh, the restaurant. I moved to Kauai
For what reason?
because I loved Kauai and I wanted to live there.
He just said, fuck it, I'm going to go.
Yeah, I had been on vacation there twice, and the first time I was 19, just on my own, just with my ex-chick at the time.
Okay.
We went there once, and like, you know, the first time you go somewhere tropical, you're like, oh, rad. Like, I'd never been anywhere like that. I was like, this is cool. We went for 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, time to go home. And then we went again the next year, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna live here.
Did you tell her that, really?
Yeah, she was down to go, but it just didn't work out in the end. And I was like, you know what?
Did you have
I'm
it planned
going.
for both of you to go?
Yeah.
And she backed out and you went
She
forward?
didn't back out. It just wasn't working, like financially
For her.
for her
Okay.
to go. And
But that's what you had planned in your
And
head.
I-
So you said, I'm going.
yeah, and it's like, well, you know, this isn't gonna work out, and so I'm
You made
going.
a big life change at that time. It was like,
Yeah.
for you, how old were you at the time?
I was 22 when I moved there.
So when I saw you at Fishing Alliance, you just got back.
When was this?
Remember Caesar came down at that tackle shop?
Dude, I didn't even have my truck. My truck was still
Oh,
on the
you
boat.
just got back then?
Yeah, I literally just moved
Okay.
back. Yeah, I took the train
Okay.
up,
Fuck.
and Seth picked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was you and Garrett and Seth, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Yeah, that you must have just got
My
back.
truck
That
was
the first time
still
I
in the
met
middle
you.
of the
Yeah.
ocean.
Fuck, that's wild,
Yeah.
dude. How much was it to ship that bitch?
I think it was like 1,600 there, and then only like 900 back.
Why so cheap back?
Because I don't think they ship much back.
Oh, really?
So it's like kind of like a free little like bonus for them, I guess. And I don't think many people ship their cars back anyways. But I love my truck.
What kind of truck do you have?
96 4Runner. You didn't hear it coming up?
How much is it? Is it worth as much as the shipping you paid?
Oh, with COVID? I think it's well worth it, dude. I mean, I don't even
Was
want to
that
know.
why you left? Was COVID?
Yeah.
Oh,
ran
shit.
out. Dude, no tourism over there?
So, what did you do when you got there, and how did you plan it all? Did you just go, fuck it, I'm going, or did you have like?
I kind of planned it a little bit.
Okay.
But for the most part, honestly, I didn't know anyone over there.
That's wild.
Like, literally no one.
So did you call and be like, hey, I need a fucking room? Whatever.
I found my auntie. She rented me a room, not in her house. It's like a little ohana, like a little back room, kind of like this. Like
Okay.
if you had this set up
Yeah,
as a bedroom.
Oh, I did for someone else, a neighbor.
Yeah. So like, dude, I used to live in a studio like this.
That's cool.
It was rad. Yeah, Auntie Rhonda was the best. And then, I mean, I literally got to go to Kauai, rented the place, moved in there that day, and then I'd already lined up something with Ken, who owns Apex Sport Fishing.
Okay.
And I literally went to work the next day after I moved there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rad.
How was it different, the lifestyle and the fishing and the working, like from here to...
Everything's different, dude.
Just kick back?
So slow.
Really?
Slow. It's the best. It's like, I guess you would say kind of like Mexico slow.
Really?
Yeah.
I only went to Mexico once and it was TJ.
So fast. Okay.
Yeah.
So not slow.
And I was to play a show.
Okay.
I was in the band, but I don't. If I was thinking slow, I'd think like I've been to Idaho.
Ooh.
That seems pretty kick back. I don't fucking know. But I mean, I get kind of what you're saying. Like slow, like even if you're like going fast, people trip. Like driving.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speed limit's 55.
Everywhere.
That's well, not everywhere, but like your freeway is 55 and they're all one lane.
Shit. So no
like,
one's passing.
No one's passing. I mean,
and
there's
no
like
one's riding asses either.
Yeah, no one's passing, no one's riding ass. I mean, dude, it's like, okay, I'll see you at 12:30. It's like, dude, that could be noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I don't know. I'll see you sometime.
Oh, there was no one had a set time.
No,
it was just like
island time.
So that's a real thing.
That's a real thing. But like my white ass shows up, prim and proper, 15 minutes early, you know.
And that was with Ken. He's from here though, right?
Ken, I think he was from NorCal.
Okay, so
he
lived
moved out there. Okay. Yeah.
And now what's the difference for the fishing? You're not fishing the same fish?
No, you're mostly trolling. Troll fishing.
Okay.
But that's also because the fishery is so different. Like they don't have schools of 3,000 bluefin tuna. You know, it's like a pack of ahi could be like 6.
Okay.
Or 4. You know.
Is it the fishing still pressured as much, or is it like you're catching a little more?
I mean, it definitely depended on the day, but I wouldn't say pressured. Like out of like Nwilly Willy, there's like 6 or 8 sport boats. Yeah,
so there's a decent amount. I mean, that's on one island, right?
Yeah, but I mean, shit, you go to Kona.
How many sport boats?
I walk down the dock at Kona.
Is that a lot?
Gnarly. It's like walking down at Cabo.
No way.
Yeah.
Fuck. What so you're just helping people get on, like set up their gear, let them grab it when it fucking troll.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine trolling on a sport boat here.
That's all you're doing.
You know what I mean? Like you set your stuff. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to it. Like when you get technical, dude, trolling lures is like swim bait fishing. It is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like when you dive down the rabbit hole, you're like, oh shit. Like I can spend some cash. Real quick.
I'm sure, dude.
Yeah. Like all the, they're all handmade for the most part. Like the heads and all that.
Yeah. How long did you work there for?
I've only lived there for about a year.
Oh, that's it.
And then COVID
came.
Fucking.
And you guys were locked down for a minute, right? Or no?
Oh, you couldn't get in or out.
So that's why. That's why fucking you weren't having any tours coming.
What were we gonna? Yeah, and it sucks. No one could make money.
What did you do when it was slowing down? Just fucking
surfing.
Yeah, lots of surfing.
Surfing.
How good did you get at surfing?
It's funny because I hadn't surfed until I moved there. Like I surfed when I was like, like 12 or 13. Like my dad and I would go surf a little bit here and there. But I was like starting to look at waves. I'm like, dude, I need to go surfing. And like it wasn't bad. It was kind of like riding a bike. You kind of remember what to do, but you're just like a little slow at it.
Was it very intimidating though? Because there's like crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You had to go a lot to get in there a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I mean not necessarily with the crowd, but just go surfing.
The waves are fucking huge though, right?
Yeah, and you're surfing like reefs and stuff like that.
Do you know how to swim real good?
Sure.
Yes or no?
I mean, sure.
Did you ever get scared when you're surfing and eat shit?
Not scared. I would say like a couple of times I did get banged up on the reef pretty good.
Fuck
yeah, dude, it's gnarly.
That's scary. I don't sharks and shit. Who knows, dude?
I mean, there's tigers and stuff.
Is there really?
Yeah, but it's not like that gnarly.
No. How big are they?
Oh, they get big.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They fuck with you more than a great white one.
Oh yeah, G-dubs, chill. Really? Compared to a tiger shark.
Fuck, dude.
Tiger sharks eat shit for fun. Like straight up, and they can eat through sea turtle shells and shit.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know this. Yeah, I need to do more research.
Oh, dude, watch them eat a sea turtle. They're just like, you're like, oh shit. So it's like when you're surfing over there, you see sea turtles, you're like, chilling. All right, cool. It's like seeing like a dolphin or a sea lion.
Oh, if you don't see him, you're like,
if you don't see him, you're like, something might be weird. And like definitely the west side of Kauai was like sharkier than pretty much everywhere else. And like North Shore and west side are sharky.
Do they fish for them?
Sharks?
Yeah.
No. You don't mess with sharks.
Well, I mean,
shark is like spiritual.
Is it
Sharks
over
are
there?
ancestors, yeah.
They don't fuck with.
You don't kill sharks. You kill
Really?
sharks, that's bad.
Oh, no way.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know
you
all
don't-
about it. You did some research over there, huh?
Well, that's just what I've been told. I mean, that's just it. You just don't kill sharks.
You fish sharks here?
No.
Never?
No.
I caught one. It was
I mean-
a leopard.
I've killed one.
Why?
Mako's tasty.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Mako's
didn't know
good,
that.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So you'll fish if you catch a mako.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't like bringing them on the boat.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because it gets weird.
Right.
But, I mean, they're tasty.
How was the weather when you're fishing on the boat out there compared to
In
here?
Kauai?
Yeah.
Oh, like, it's the middle of the ocean. That's nautical out
So
there.
how quick did it get nautical? Like,
Oh, it can get nautical in like 2 minutes. Like, you can see weather coming at you.
so you guys just turn around and bail?
No, I
Or
mean,
you
not
ride it
necessarily. I mean, you can definitely ride out storms. Like, a storm could be 5 minutes over there. Like, it could pour on you for 5 minutes, and you're like, oh, sunny skies.
Damn.
Back to 80.
Did you have a different type of boat you guys are fishing in since it was more
Yeah, we had
nautical?
a 48 Bertram.
So it was a big boat. For,
Yeah.
How many people? 12?
6-pack.
6-pack? Okay. That's a
Six-pack
big boat
fishing.
for a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys knew you could handle it if anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we fished in some shitty weather, but, I mean, we catch.
What were some of your PB catches, like stuff you're proud of when you're out there?
We did have a 408 blue marlin. Fuck. That was pretty cool. That was the first one I caught over there too. It
Really?
was that big, yeah. And I had
That's
to gaff it. I was like, oh. It was
Scary?
gnarly. Yeah, I had never gaffed something that big. It was like
Fuck.
12 feet long, dude.
How'd you guys get it in?
3 guys pulled it through the
Really?
gate. Yeah.
Dude.
Pretty gnarly. I mean, we had ahis, cool like Ono fishing. We definitely lost like one that was probably like a grander.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, thank God that thing fell off.
Fuck.
It's kind of like that, you know, the thing's too gnarly. Too
Yeah,
big.
right?
Just too big.
Shit. Is there a smaller game fish that people fish for out there or no?
Not really. I mean, like the aku fishing, skipjack fishing.
Really?
Dude,
From the
it's good.
shore?
Oh, not from the shore.
No.
But like for tourism wise,
Uh-huh.
like aku is,
How big they get?
dude, the skipjack, we had like 29, 30 pound skipjack.
So they're fucking
Meat.
fun.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
gnarly. Like it eats the 80 wide. It's like, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. I mean, fun and good. Like honestly, the skipjack's good.
Is it really?
Yeah. Best poke. Fucking lights
Really?
out. Yeah.
Oh, I bet the poke is fucking so good over there.
I learned how to make the best poke.
Did you really?
Dude.
Oh, I bet, dude.
Safeway style with a spicy mayo. Son. So good.
So you were there for a year. You loved it.
Yeah,
you just
loved
had to
it.
move back. No
Yeah,
money.
dude, what are you going to do? You run out of money and
Yeah.
it's like all the aunties are already locked down at Walmart. Like they won't even let me in, you know?
Fuck.
What are you supposed to do? Get a job there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of got weird. And it was like, okay, I'm going to put
Oh,
it
did
off.
it get weird because too they just wanted to keep everyone that lives there kind of?
Well, it was just like, when do I go home?
Yeah.
Like I can make it another month. Should I try? Okay, I made it another month. Like, guess
Do I
what?
do it
Shit's
again?
still
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to open up? Is it not going to open up? And I mean, I moved back. I had
Yeah.
to at some point.
That must have been a fucking bummer, huh?
Yeah. That was kind of like my hopes and dreams. Like, okay, go home.
Well, at
tried.
least you had a job when you came
Yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was pretty rad.
So then you come back, you go back to the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
What was the plan? You didn't know?
I had no clue.
Fuck.
And it was kind of tough because even at the restaurant, I was like, okay, 2 days a week.
Oh, really? Only
was
2
like-
days a week? you're
Yeah,
doing it?
2, maybe
Fuck.
3 days a week. Because it's just like, dude, you can't just come back. Like, obviously, positions are filled.
Yeah.
For
And
the
it was
people that
kind of
wanted to
crazy. It
work.
was still COVID.
Yeah, so it was like limited hours, this and that. We're only doing to go.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, no people in the restaurant. It was so much fun working with everyone again because everyone's all chill and there's no people in the restaurant.
Yeah.
It was fun. But
How was the adjustment to come back here, though? Like you say, the island lifestyle. Like you came back, was it like people were fucking crazy?
oh, crazy.
dude? What, really?
Dude, I got on the freeway for the first time and I was going like 70. I was like, oh, I was like, oh, here we go. Like,
Fucking scared.
fucking flying. I was like, okay. And there's people like, honking. I'm like, dude, come on.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Especially if you're programmed a certain way and it all changes.
Oh, I know. Because it was like fast paced life. And then like hit a wall, slow down. And now back to fast paced life.
Did you think about deckhanding like when you came back, or just not doing something when you came back?
I thought about it, but
Just
yeah, I was like, I need something real quick. Restaurant always needs people.
okay.
And I came back in what, September-ish? Yeah, it's kind of when the event
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
So like September-ish.
But it was hard. It was fucking COVID. It was
yeah,
pretty good.
I
then.
know.
Like shit was still closed.
Yeah,
and shit was
it
fucked
was
up.
weird. So came back, And then sport fishing was kind of like ending anyway. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do? Jump on a boat for 2 weeks? Like,
Yeah.
I guess.
True.
But I wanted something that could kind of get me through the winter. And that's kind of where I ran into Dwayne at the restaurant.
Wow.
Just walked in one afternoon and there he was eating lunch with his mom. I was like, dude, no way. I haven't seen you in years.
You knew Dwayne though already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't like friends, but, you know, we kind of knew each other over, you know, fishing small community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say that, but it's actually giant.
It
But
is, but I mean, well,
the boys,
yes,
or whatever you
are
want to
people
call
that
it,
do something big.
in the industry.
Yes.
Yeah, you all kind of know each other.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know I was back. He was like,
fuck.
"Whoa, dude, no way!" And he's like, "Hey, I'm buying another boat.
Oh shit.
You want a job?" Just like that.
Did you get nervous when he asked
I
you?
was like, I was like, you know what? Like, you would be a fool to say no.
yeah.
Just do it. I was like, I'd never driven a boat before.
Yeah.
Like, I know everything it takes to drive the boat, but I never actually did it. So I was like, it was like one of those
this was
things.
your first captain job?
Yeah, this is it.
He must have had a lot of confidence in your ass, dude.
I know, right? To hand me.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, 24 years old and just
No,
like,
it's kind
here
of
you
wild.
go. Yeah.
But I feel like people are captains are getting younger and younger, right? Like,
Well, you have to
look at Jake from the bite. He's
Yeah.
fucking, how old? 21, 22?
Something like that, right?
He was a
young.
He's an Aloha Spirit. Was he captain up there on one of the boats up in, I think, is his Fred Clinshaw's son.
Yeah.
And I think he was a captain up
Young.
in Ventura as well. Too young, very young.
Yeah.
I know there's a story, like, I think he was like 18 or something when he got his deal. Like, he was working forever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can get
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, but you're young too as well. So it's like people are starting to be captains a little younger nowadays.
I get weird looks all the time.
Do you?
Oh,
People
yeah.
don't trust you?
People get on the boat. They're
Well, look
like,
at the fucking sunglasses you put on. People, of course, are going to give you a fucking weird look.
dude, you got to have fun. What do you mean? Come on. Like, if you're not having fun fishing,
No, of course.
fucking quit.
Yeah.
Straight up. Go find another hobby. Go buy a dirt bike and go do some stupid shit in the
Yeah.
desert. Don't go
Burp, burp.
fishing. Yeah. Don't go fishing if you're not going to have fun.
So when Dwayne hit you up, you're like, fuck it. Were you going to start then or you're going to start the next
Yeah, I
season?
ran a trip for him like one of the weekends.
How quick did you do it? Like from that
Like
time?
2 weeks after I talked to him. He was like, hey, run a test trip for me. Like, let's see if like we jive. I was like, fuck, dude.
Was he on the boat?
No. He just handed me the keys. He's like, take the people fishing. I was like, okay.
So did you have to go get bait, figure out a game plan?
Yeah, like you do the whole thing. And Cam was working that day too.
Okay.
So
Should we be able to hit him up?
yeah, I mean, we talked on the radio.
Okay.
And, like, I kind of knew Cam, but I didn't like know him. And now we've become like, I would say pretty good friends.
That's good.
So, I mean, we work well together. But yeah, I just ran a trip and we caught. I think we were like 2 away from limits for the day. So I was like, you know what?
How
Pretty rad.
nervous were you when you fucking left the
Oh,
dock,
dude.
though?
Stressing. Like, I didn't sleep the night before. I was like, oh, this sucks. Like,
Yeah, that's like an interview like at a fucking whatever industry you do. That's like the top of the fucking
yeah, it's like
echelon,
going,
you know?
dude, it's like going from cooking on a food truck to being like, okay, here, you're going to go work in Hell's Kitchen.
No, you know what
Good
it's
luck.
also like? It's like fucking playing like college baseball and going straight to the majors.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yes. It was
Because
pretty
you
gnarly.
you weren't a captain anywhere else.
No.
And it's going to, okay, you're going to the big show.
Exactly.
And
Stressful.
how nice was it catching that first fish? You remember
Like,
that bitch.
dude-
I'm sure you remember that motherfucker all the way.
Dude, the monkey off the back was like,
Oh, God,
okay, we did it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kelp patty fishing. Like, dude, you can almost take a monkey and like tell him to go kelp patty
Yeah.
fishing. I mean, granted, there are like understandings that you have to have, but for the most part, it's like, okay, you find a kelp, pull up, soak a bait.
Yeah.
But still, like those first couple fish we caught, I was like, oh, okay, wheels turning. Here we go. I'm back into it. And then that was the only trip I ran for him then. And then I started to do like island trips early this year.
Oh, this year you started. I think I talked to you right when you started.
Probably like
That
cod
was
and
cool.
yellowtail
And I
stuff.
talked to you and you said, let me wait till I finish my season so I have something to talk about.
Yeah.
I said, okay. When you, after that first trip, did you plan for it though? Did you actually like do your homework before you went?
Not really.
You're so fucking
No.
cool, dude.
So
Everything you
cool.
do is just like, not really.
No,
How did you plan to catch a 13 pounder? I don't know.
Dude, I wing everything. I don't care. Like I go in, I just roll through life. I swear to God, it is the coolest shit ever.
It's cool. It's super cool to hear that story though, like out of nowhere in the blue. So now you started so you had a break from October or whatever that trip was till the next. Were you nervous to start?
Oh, yeah. Like when it came back down to like, okay, boys, grind time. Here we go. I was like, okay, I got it. For like, I would say probably the first like 2 weeks, honestly.
No way.
The first 2 weeks of trips, I like didn't sleep. I was always so nervous. Like, I mean, dude, when he hands you the keys to like a $300,000 Parker and it's just like, take the people fishing.
No, of course.
And like, I hadn't really been fishing in San Diego for a while. Like, I was just living in Kauai, like trolling.
That's
all this,
the hard
and, like,
part is you don't know anything.
yeah,
Like,
it was like coming back. I was like, I kind of remember how to fish a kite.
yeah.
Like I did it on the big boat, but that's with 4 crew members.
Did you do it by yourself?
I do it by myself now.
The very first time did you do it, or did you have someone help you?
Dwayne kind of showed me like the setup of like, I never fished the balloon before
Okay.
because it was always windy whenever we fished the kite. So we just fished the Boston.
What's that? I don't know anything about this.
Like, you know, the black Boston, I don't know what like the texture would be, but like it's the one where you don't have the balloon and it actually looks like a kite you would see in the park.
Yes.
Or whatever. So
Okay.
like that's the Boston kite. And then, you know, like the square kite that you put the balloon on.
Yes.
I never fished with one before.
Okay. That's what he usually uses.
And that's, yeah, like at the end of the day, that's pretty much all we use.
Okay.
Just because it floats the bait a lot better with the helium.
Do you ever use those Immortals?
We do a little bit.
Yeah. Those come in pieces, right?
Well, it's like the single piece.
And then you could add the wings.
Add the wings.
It's kind of cool though because you could replace those pieces, right? Like you
Yeah,
can-
that like you want the wings to break.
Really?
I mean, not in that sense, but like when they eat it, you know, it's not like a hard piece of plastic where it's going to inhibit the hook set.
Like a yummy's a fucking way harder.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rubber moving around. But
Yeah.
granted, they're smaller. The Immortals are chingones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's a
pretty
shit,
big.
huh? That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
I mean, you can skip them. I wouldn't send them out as my first string.
You're
But,
gonna
like,
use a fucking
dude, if Boss Man's giving me fresh deads, you know there's fresh deads on for sure. But like if it's scattered and say you're like, see, oh, blow up, drive around, blow up. It's like, okay, well, there's no meat to send my bait out onto. I'm going to skip the Immortal.
Yeah.
Bites.
Yeah.
Do
you have a certain way you like rigging your flyer?
We use just a J and a treble.
Really?
Just kind of like everyone else.
The fucking the
With
little
the zip
toothpicks or-
ties,
yeah.
do the little
Okay.
toothpick and
Yeah.
send it.
Yeah.
Definitely with the wings a little bit further back though. Kind of like more like a jet, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
You have a certain way I'm sure everyone tweaks it a certain way they feel confident.
Yeah, I don't
in
know what
doing
that
it.
would be. Maybe like a 35-degree angle.
Okay.
Instead of like, you definitely don't want the fucking straight
Really?
out sideways. No, they just rip and teeter and dig.
Oh, really? So you want a
Yeah.
little more aerodynamic then?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do any sword fishing?
We do a little bit here and there.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at how quiet you got.
Dude, I don't want
You
to talk about
fucking
it.
asshole.
No, I'm bad luck.
You're not good at
Dude,
at
call
it?
Dwayne. Tell him.
You're
Be
not
like,
good at
"Yo,
sword
what's up
fishing?
what's up with Ryan Kyle and sword fishing? Dude, I am like 0 for like at least 12.
No way.
Yes.
It's that. See, I talked to Wes and I've talked to a couple guys and Wes said, he's like, anyone that thinks they're good at it should reevaluate what they said. Cause
Yes.
it's a
100%.
hard fucking fishery. It's very hard.
Yeah.
And there's no rhyme or reason on anything. It's like kind of,
For the most part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't like, yeah, it's like, it's very hard and people are very quiet.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you go into a zone and you're not feeling it, probably shouldn't fish there.
Yeah.
If you see like some bait, it's like, okay, obviously there's something going on here. Like you see bird, you know, just signs of like life. It's like, okay, let's try here.
Yeah.
But then it's like you can be in dog shit water, no signs of life, and then bit.
Did you guys fish the tournament, the bluefin?
I didn't. Dwayne did.
Dwayne did? Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. There's some big fucking fish on that one.
Oh yeah.
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 Check that out.
It got bigger the further away it went for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had to go far as fuck, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I'm good on that. I quit long range fishing, remember?
Yeah. What's your most memorable trip of the whole fucking season?
Of the
Last
this season?
Yeah.
What's
your big one for the season?
I had like a 230, somewhere
Damn.
right around there. That was my big one.
That's nice.
But most memorable one, I had a day for 3. It was like a $160, $180, and the one that was like right at 2. And I remember it was an old dude, Ralph. The guy loves me. He came back multiple times fishing with me. Loves me.
He
but-
liked your glasses.
Oh, yeah, he loved the glasses. That was the one where I had the no sunglasses on. But I remember I hooked one, handed it down to him. He killed the thing in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Just old. I want to say Ralph's in his 70s or something like
Shit.
that. Yeah. Put the thing in the rod holder, turned the handle, thing fucking floated, stuck it. brought on the boat, he just looked at me. He was like, "Oh my God, that's my biggest fish I've ever caught." And then he like kind of got teary eyed for a second. I was like, "Dude, you okay?" He's like, "That one's for my dad. That one's for the fish that we never got to catch together."
He's
like,
70?
70. And I was like,
Fuck,
bro, I
dude.
fucking walked away. I'm like, I need a second. Hold on. Like, dude, that got me all teary eyed. I'm like, shit.
Well, you get to experience some shit like that sometimes. I'm sure dealing with all these people and like,
Yeah.
I've seen it here, dude, where people fucking said some shit where I'm like, oh man, hold on a minute, dude. You know,
I know. Like,
it's fucked up. There's some, I mean, people's bad experiences, people's great experiences. It's like, that's amazing.
Yeah. And I think that's why I do it. Like, I could care less about the fishing, but it's like to have like that, or like to see the stoke that people get. It's like, that's.
Did that
what
change
gets me.
when you started doing I mean, when you were in Hawaii, you didn't, it was just you're working, right? It was kind of more of a job.
No, not at all. I
You still
loved
loved
it.
Okay.
I lived for that mahi bite that little Timmy got to catch. Like, dude, it was a 6-hour trip. We caught one mahi. Guess what? That picture is going to be on the fridge for the rest
True.
of their life.
True. It's
The
crazy
greatest day
the way
ever.
you say like how salty you were and how like you're nothing like that now. You're very
No,
calm.
you have to.
You think just moving to Hawaii helped a lot too as well?
I think I know that's the direction I want to go.
Okay.
Even still,
Okay.
I think I want to go back.
That's crazy.
I just like it.
It's crazy when
slow.
people can keep themselves in check and fucking go, "Hey, you're being a dickhead," you know, or like it's a hard thing to fucking do.
You have to.
There's plenty of guys that need to do that to themselves and they don't, you know. So it's like for you to do that's a big deal and so young.
There's a lot of people that need it. I'm not going to start naming names because there's no need to be like that.
No, of course.
But I mean, yeah, just check yourself, dude. If you're being salty, like, stop fishing. Just hang on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
How did it go this year with the bluefin in so close?
Oh, I remember.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it probably changed where you got a lot of fucking assholes or people flying kites over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, granted, I am calm, but like, don't drive over my bait. I will lose it.
So
That's
when
just
you
not
when you
cool.
drive over it, like your bait's skipping out there, and someone just fucking goes. Whoop.
Oh, dude, I had a guy drive right over my shit this year, and it was the best because I remember like I looked down at my boys and I said, "Boys, we're winding this stuff in. It's gonna be a second. Hold on, cover your ears." And I like went off on this guy. And he just had no idea what he was even doing.
Was it a private boater?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of the times it's like people just don't fucking know.
I don't know if they don't know, but it's like, why would you go and drive up to someone's bait? Like literally, like he ran this thing over.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? And the best part was, I remember looking down at my boys after that, and they just stood up and they just started clapping for me. They were yelling and screaming for me. And then I didn't even know what they did. I had a cop, a border patrol agent, and a bomb
fuck.
squad technician on the boat.
It was like,
Bro, they looked at me. They were like, "You need a badge, son." I just started laughing. That was a rad day. I had three cows.
fuck.
I don't know. We
Dude.
wrecked them that day after that.
But the hard part running that is being able to keep a level head as well, because shit like that happened. The whole foamer thing running up on them's got to be a fucking bitch.
It's
you know what
rad.
I'm saying? Well, I mean, other people doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, guys get this like adrenaline rush going, and all of a sudden they just tunnel vision. Like
don't
when you
see
start
anyone
seeing
else.
tunnels, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, especially being the only guy, like I'm my captain, my deckhand, whatever. I mean, you have to be observant the whole time.
And I'm sure people running over foamers and killing the fucking bite. It
what
happens.
it is.
I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
5 guys running on foamers with whatever they have, 300s on the back with like a 37 this and that. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit.
That's crazy.
Remember when a 250 on a boat was a 250 on a boat in San Diego used to be fast.
What do you have on yours? 250?
Two 225s.
Two
But we're-
225s?
Yeah, we're getting
Oh,
two
man.
250s, and that's slow.
Fuck.
Dude, I was watching guys run like 68 knots on foamers this year.
Shit.
It's like, this is bullshit.
The Freeman shit's getting wild too. Those are fucking wild, man.
If you can afford nice things,
Yeah.
fish nice things.
Yeah. That's a big boat, man.
It's too big for me.
Yeah.
I like the little boat.
I mean, I'm more of that kind of guy too. I don't
Yeah.
need even if I get a center console, I want a 19, 20 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't need anything big, and I like just fishing inshore. That's just me though. I mean, fucking, some guys think I'm an idiot, but hey, What are you gonna do?
Are you having fun?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. Lots of
There
fun.
you go. That's all that matters. It's just fishing.
You kind of have a different outlook on social media as well,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Like we talked a little bit before, and you kind of think people maybe get too little into the social media deal.
Ego.
Yeah.
100%.
Is that part of your checking yourself? You kind of.
Oh, yeah. I had the biggest head. Dude, between, I would say like 17 and 21, I was like, whatever, excuse the language, but fuck you, fuck this,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, just going through life with just like spite and just thinking I was the shit, thinking I knew everything.
Yeah.
Now I know. I didn't know.
But you're a kid. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I give. There's probably people on the internet now that do the same shit, but it's like you're young, you're still learning. So it's like look where you are now. Like I thought you were fucking 30 years old. Dude.
I know, right? You roll up. How old are you, dude? 28, 30? I'm like, 24. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I
Baby.
mean, you to like I said, to check yourself and like that's a big deal. Do you take a break from Instagram and not really fuck with it much?
I'm just done now.
You don't even go on there?
I was done before.
But you got to post now sometimes.
Yeah, like I posted. I remember when I moved back, Dwayne wanted me to kind of be a part of the team and be present on the internet. And I mean, it's like, I get it. It's a business. So sure, I'll jump back on and do stuff. And I posted whatever. And I don't know. I just came to the realization a couple months ago. I was like, dude, this shit is for the birds. It's just ego. It's just a bunch of dudes fucking sitting there jerking each other off.
But it works for business.
No, for a business
purposes,
dude.
you
If
know?
you own a business, you need the internet.
Yeah.
You do. You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what, 2022?
Yeah.
Like you have to have that. But if you're just doing it for personal, whatever. It's like
Gratification.
yeah, it's kind of cool though, because like now you go to talk to someone and you're like, dude, what have you been up to? And guess what? It's all fucking new stories. Like
That's a good call.
someone comes up to me, they're like, what have you been up to? I'm like, dude, what haven't I been up to? Guess what I've been doing? And you get to have like real dialogue again, and it's so much fun.
That's something that's missing. I agree. Even like when I talk to people, they'll go, well, do you want to do a phone call first? I'm like, no.
I'll just come
What?
in.
Because then guess what? I'm going to ask you a question that you're going to tell me the answer to, and then I'm going to fucking, it just won't feel right. I'll be like, oh, okay, I fucking know what you're going to say, But that's part of like the interview. You meet people, like I've had people come in here going, I thought you were going to grill me, man. I'm like, what would make you think I'm going to fucking grill you? I'm not going to make you go, so tell me about this drama. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just a conversation. I think that's what people don't understand a lot. It's just a conversation between two guys.
They've been watching too much Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to fucking interview and pull out all this, even information. I try to get a little out, it's of what they want to say. They have a fucking business. So they're not going to go, this is how I swordfish. I do here, I go here, here's the spots. It's like, it's going to be quiet a little. Same thing with largemouth.
Yeah.
They're not going to, they might say, I like using this bait. I look for this condition. But a lot of people go, well, we need to know more. Well, what do you want me to tell? They can't tell you fucking exactly what they do.
I know. Everyone's looking for that, dude. That's what everyone
We got to
wants.
learn. And it's a code, like a code group, our friend group. Of course, somebody's going to tell me something. That's my friend because we're friends. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
you can't expect that person to tell everyone like, hey, let's all go get bit here. So it's just life. If I didn't know you and we weren't on Instagram, I wouldn't tell you the same shit, if we weren't friends in real life, It's fucking, but I think that's a great thing to pull back off of the Instagram a little and take a break. It's needed sometimes.
It's way needed, and people just get too into it. And like I don't know. I have that personality where I get too into it. And I remember like sitting there and it's like, oh, what caption should I write? And then like, oh, I'm going to rewrite my caption. Oh, hashtag this and then do that. And I'm like, dude, I just spent 20 fucking minutes trying to figure out a caption that someone's going to read and just go, okay.
Like,
and it's like, dude,
yeah, like whatever.
yeah, it's like, okay, comments, this, that. And it's just like, it boosts your ego. And it's like, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
Like we're just humans. Like at the end of the day, we're animals, It's like herd mentality. Like you want to fit in. If you don't fit in, then
Of course.
you're dead. Like in the animal world, you don't fit in with your pack, you're dead on your own.
Yeah.
But it's just like we're hardwired like that.
Do you feel like you have a addictive personality? So where if you do something, you want to go full?
Yeah.
And so maybe
Yeah.
that, like having that Instagram or looking at that is kind of the same.
Yes.
Like me is drinking. I mean, you work out a lot, I'm sure.
I do. I try to.
Look
in
at
the
those
off-season.
muscles, motherfucker, man.
Dude, get Ryan Block on here if you want to talk about
He
muscles.
said he's going to come soon enough.
He's an
That son of a
animal.
bitch.
Yeah, he's a different breed.
No, yeah, but if you're in shape, you like working out a lot,
Yeah.
it's an addictive thing. So maybe you saw that in Instagram. It's like, I'm always on it, or sitting there for 20 fucking minutes. If you look at your phone feed, sometimes you go, fuck.
What time is it now? Like shit like that. You're like, oh, fuck.
Mine's on video games on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I play Clash of Clans.
I was going to say, are you a clasher?
Yeah, Clash of Clans.
Oh.
Not Clans, I'm sorry, Clash Royale.
Oh.
Royale. There's two different ones. Clash Royale is my
know.
shit, my jam. Yeah, I'm really good at it. Yeah.
What level are you?
I am a 13.
Is that good?
14's the top, but they just made a new 14. I was such a fucking dork right now.
Dude, I have no idea what the fuck you're even talking about.
They're like, why aren't you fishing? Because I have fucking kids that do this stupid fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to DVL tomorrow. I'm pretty happy.
Really? Who are you going with?
My buddy Phil. California Filthy Phil.
Oh, tell him I said hi.
Yeah. So I get to try my new performance rod.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw the big grandpa. You seen that Tanner he makes, Finn?
The Finbait Customs
Yeah.
deal? Yeah.
I got one of those. I got a punker. I got some other stuff.
Is it striper season?
I think it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Did they stock?
Yes, they did.
Oh, God.
So this will be out later. So they stocked today.
Oh,
I know
God.
they stocked yesterday.
Do you know what you're in for?
Oh, no. Well, today would have been the bad day.
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Dude, the week of is the gnarliest thing you've ever seen in your life.
So I'm sure we're going to be like way in the back line, but I don't give a fuck.
Dude, it's fun. Just go.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still a chance. I went last time and we were midline and I think I caught a 5. It's fun.
Sweet.
I'm a punker. I love it.
Yeah.
Have you been freshwater fishing at all lately?
A little bit.
We didn't talk about your fucking boat build.
The new boat?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Fucking dick. What, you have a bass boat you built?
I built one.
What,
Not like from scratch.
I know,
obviously.
but you redid it.
But
What kind of boat was it? Repower, everything?
Yeah, I drove to Havasu and bought a Skeeter 20i.
Okay.
2007. Needed a new motor. Luckily, I found a 250 SHO to put on the back.
Oh my God.
Brand new. I think I have 5 hours on it right now. Still doing the
Have you been doing some fishing on it?
A little bit. I like it. It's always needing fine tuning. It's a boat.
You're thinking about, do you want to do tournaments or anything?
I doubt it.
No,
I just want to go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just like trophy hunting.
You're still looking for a big bass then?
Oh, yeah.
Are you throwing swim baits most of the time, or you throw the jig?
It just depends on condition.
You throw the jig a lot too?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
If the condition's right. Yeah, I mean, you can fish anything. The biggest fish in the lake will eat a swim bait. I mean, the biggest fish in the lake will eat a Senko.
When you're going for a trophy, are you throwing anything? You know what I'm saying? You're not just throwing swim baits. You're not like, I'm a swim bait fisherman.
No, I think that's stupid. For what? Okay, I thought about this in the shower last night because, your best thoughts come in the shower. It's like, what am I going to say on the podcast? I guarantee you Nick's going to talk about swim bait only fishing. It's like saying, I'm going to go bluefin tuna fishing, but if they're not eating the kite, I don't want to catch one.
But that's like saying, I'm only going to bluefin fish and I don't want to fish anything else.
That's also true.
There's a shitload of those motherfuckers because I've heard them talk.
It's very annoying.
That's just part of the thing is like, you see guys that'll go, I only bluefin fish. Well, what kind of fucking fun is that? Like,
It's
I want, like I want to fish everything. Now, more power to them because there's guys that go, why do you calico fish? Because that's what I majority do,
Yeah.
But I understand the big bait thing. It's like frogs. Dude, I think a frog is just as accomplishment as a swim bait to me, catching a big frog fish.
I think it's way more fun.
Yeah.
Dude, when you watch a big one eat the frog, it is like, oh my God.
But I think the swim bait thing is just...
It's just a fad now.
It's fun, though. It's that bite. It's fucking
cool.
Popping a jig on the ground is cool, but like... In the cover, it's cool. But, I mean, when you see a follower come up, it's fucking...
Oh, no, it's
making
cool.
the dick hard.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Like, when you see him come up and eat it, it's just like... And it rips the rod out of your hand.
But your point being is that I understand when you think it's a fad now and, like, you'll fish... So a lot of guys are like that. I mean, Caesar... All those dudes fish everything. They don't just,
I talk to Caesar a lot now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is, the swim bait thing is a fad. It's the truth. Like I said to people, the swim bait thing, I feel it has its own genre. It's not just like, it's like you're a conventional guy, you're a swim bait guy, and that's the 3 different things. It could be something else too as well, but you're not going to have, you could have guys that just do not fucking conventional fish at all.
Which is so funny to me. Why is it like so political now?
I don't think it's political. I think it's just a new type of fishing.
Well, I just love the like, oh, are you a swim baiter? It's like, no, I'm a Senkoer. It's like, there's no one that says like, oh yeah, I'm a Senkoer versus like a swim baiter. It's like, oh yeah, look at all my different flavor Senkos, 4, 5, 6, 7 inch. No one says that shit.
No.
But it's like swim bait fishing's cool. It's an art too.
I think it's punk rock more like it's more you don't see a lot of guys. Well, I guess the tournament guys, it's like they're not going to put the time into that. It's too much fucking work to get that bag to throw the swim bait all day.
That would be like your kicker fish.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that applies for sure.
Yeah, so that's why you don't see it as like you're putting that time in. Look at, Jason Bastiak, like, fuck, you put a lot of time in for that fish.
He deserves it, though.
So, but dudes that do that, to me, I'm like, that's a fucking lifestyle. You're big bass fishing. You're not going to put that down until you catch that big fish. Me, I like catching as many as I can. That's the kind of fisherman I am.
Yeah.
And I'm not a swim bait fisherman, but I love swim bait fishing. It's fun. But I'll fish, a whopper plopper or whatever the fuck it might be, just anything that'll get me bit. But you were, for a moment in time, you were a swim bait.
Yes.
Swim baiter.
100%.
Swim baiter.
There wasn't a Senko in the boat.
No. Now there is.
But then I realized, I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Like the condition would pop up. It'd be like, okay, guess what? They're busting and eating topwater. There's good ones doing it. Like, oh, you can catch a 6-pounder right now on a spook. But guess what? You don't have one in the boat. You dumbass.
Well, you want to know why, though? I think you can't if you're learning. But you weren't learning. You can't have that shit in the boat. I've done it. Because guess what? I'll get frustrated after an hour and a half and go, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to learn.
Yeah.
So I get that you get stuck in that pattern. But no, then again, it takes for some people like you to go, hey, man, that's not me.
Yeah. I like catching big fish. I like the hunt. Biggest time you catch your fish is during the spawn. Yeah. I love sight fishing. I don't care what anyone says. You fish beds? Can I do something? Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I want to catch the biggest fish in the lake. And you know when it's going to be its biggest?
On a bed.
On a bed. Because it's springtime. And if there's trout, it's eating trout. And then guess what? It ate a bunch of trout. And now it's full of eggs. That's the biggest that fish will.
Was that you?
No. What? She bang, she bang.
The fuck, my wife? Oh. Huh. Well, whatever. Oh, my kid probably. My garage door is opening. Someone's stealing all my shit out of the garage. What were we talking about? Fucking bed fishing.
Bed fishing.
So you don't mind? It doesn't.
I do not give a shit.
Well, this is the other thing too. Is with bed fishing, don't tournament anglers bed fish?
Yeah. So like that's where it gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take your fish off your bed and then throw it in the live well all day, and then it's gonna be all fucked up, and then you're gonna throw it over the side of the launch ramp. Yeah.
But in tournament fishing, I don't think it's frowned upon if you catch a fucking.
Is it? I don't think so.
They put it to fucking win.
I don't know why guys frown upon it for trophy hunting. Like you're gonna tell me if you see an 18-pounder on a bed, you're gonna drive right by it and be like, "Well, I can't catch it on a swim bait." Dude, I am spot locking. I am power pulling down. I am sitting there all goddamn day and getting that thing to bite.
What? It's the truth. I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't know.
I just like catching big ones.
Yeah.
I don't care what it takes to catch them.
If it's on anything.
Why is it so political?
Next thing you'll have a white grub and a treble hook.
Ooh, longer. Dude, I was telling guys about that 10 years ago, and they're like, "Mike Long's my hero." I'm like,
did you see him? Did you?
I didn't see it, but I used to hang out with Matson.
Oh,
Matson would show me, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool, I get it now." Fuck. And then you go tell someone, and they're like, "Oh, Mike Long, big bass, my hero." It's like, dude, it's not. None of this shit is real.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. On the internet, you can be whoever the hell you want.
True. Till they meet you in person. And everyone always thinks like, oh, your life's so kosher, this and that. Second, dude. Fucking swear. I'm gonna yell at my wife.
Yeah.
Are you okay in there, honey?
That's not me. That's not Mom. That's me.
Dude, I'm doing a podcast.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
I had to go put the ice in.
Okay, be quiet. Go.
Okay, I'm just gonna say hi.
What up?
Can you close that all the way, please, Adam?
There. Oh my goodness.
Okay, you just messed up the other one.
Oh.
On the other side. Thank you. Get out of here. God, I knew it was one of my fucking kids. So let's get back to your boat. I don't want
Okay.
to be so negative. You're being negative.
Am I being negative?
No.
I'm
No,
not
weird. I
being
mean, it was a
negative.
valid point to talk about the big bait thing because you've done it for a
Yeah.
minute. That's your opinion. You'll fish anything and beds. Fucking, it's something people.
If you want to frown upon it and you want to drive past an 18 on a bed, I will gladly come right in behind you and swoop on that
But
thing.
this is another question: is what if you? And I've thought about this. What if you didn't know the bed was there, but it was a bedfish? It's the same
That's
thing.
fine.
It's the same thing almost. Or because you didn't see it,
Who cares?
it'd be
Did
like
the fish eat your bait?
But it was on a bed, but you didn't know. But
Did
it
the
might
fish?
have been.
Did your bait
Yeah.
enter the fish's mouth? Did you set
Did
the
you
hook?
suck the cigar?
I mean, dude, that's all it is. Like, I don't care if it's an aggression bite or if it's eating it because it's hungry. You caught the thing.
True.
You know what
True.
I mean? Like, okay, an 18 pounder on a bed, say you catch it a week prior, might only be 16 pounds.
True.
There is a lot of weight that happens during
Yes.
that time.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, if you really like trophy
So
hunting,
most of these times, do you think these trophies, just your own opinion, they're coming off of a bed when they're that big?
no, not necessarily.
No.
Like, was Jason's on a bed? No.
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 Yeah.
And that's just a big
But can't you
fish.
tell they say that has that red tail, the bloody tail or something from sweeping or something?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell they do get beat up.
Yeah.
Like, I've caught some gross looking ones on beds, and you're like, whoa, like HIV what? Like, dude, don't touch that thing.
HIV what?
Yeah, but like Jason's, imagine how big Jason's would have been on a bed. Add 2 pounds?
That could've been
would have
it.
been over 20.
That would have been it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine she ate a trout and she had eggs in her. That's a 20. Yeah.
That would have been,
so,
what's
like,
the record for for the United States?
it's not
Is it
Dottie,
20?
it's the George Perry one, right? Like,
Which people,
whatever. And then it would be Biwa,
but that's not for United
but that's
States.
not United States. I don't know. Did Dottie count?
I don't think so. It's dead, right?
Yeah. Well, Dottie, like Snag Dottie.
Yeah.
Snag Dottie doesn't count.
No. So maybe Butch's is probably right up there, right? 20.
I know there's like 20s or 22s. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, there's a 22, I think.
There's
in
gotta
there.
be, huh?
Yeah. So 22 would be that'd be a big one.
I mean, Jason's could have been right
Could have
there,
been there, yeah.
with another trout.
Let's talk about your boat. So did you tear
Yeah.
everything out?
Oh, yeah, gutted completely.
Everything.
Yeah,
You put sea deck in?
I did.
You like it?
I do. I think it's okay on the bass boat. But then again, it's like,
For what reason is it okay? Like, what don't you like about it?
like if you get treble hooks in it, it's going to rip and shit. And it's like, dude, you lay a lot of stuff down on your deck bass fishing,
Yeah.
you know?
I think you just have to. It's great. I have the same issue. I love it, but it's I drop shit on my floor and I'd step on it and it
Yep.
twist, then I'm fucked. Or I pressure washed it too close, fucked again.
Yep.
You know, especially our fucking squid ink, I'm fucked.
Ooh.
If you don't get it within like an hour, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You're screwed. I was there for 3 hours and fucking done.
Ooh.
Yeah, I couldn't get it off. And I'm on my little 17 footer, so I don't have like a wash down. So it's like, I mean, it works.
Yeah.
You got to remember it's not going to stay perfect if you're fishing like hard, like going.
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
So did you get it made by Blue Seas?
No, I did it myself.
Did you router it all out and shit?
I didn't router it. I like stripped the lid. You know, you got to
Okay.
completely strip the lid, goof off. I was high for like, dude, I went through some gallons of goof off on that boat.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I was all like doing my sea deck and shit. But yeah, I mean, I just laid the lid down and like reversed it. So like
Okay.
I laid the lid down, stuck it on there, and then cut it out from the lid and then like sanded all the edging and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And it works. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
I fish barefoot most of the time, so it's nice.
Did you redo the wood or no?
The wood.
Like the deck, the wood
Oh,
deck?
my deck is
was it good?
aluminum hatching.
The whole, no
And
way.
fiberglass, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's gnarly. It's
Yeah.
a boat. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing's a battleship for sure.
Did you have to do the controls?
All that got taken care of down at West Coast. They installed the whole
nice.
thing for me.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just redid the boat and then they installed the motor.
Electronics?
I have whatever TI.
Did you redo like anything like the any of the electronics like the
Oh, I had to rip out wiring and
Oh, yeah,
rerun
yeah.
wiring and shit
Yeah,
like
did you
that.
do all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And what
So
are you
glad
using
it's
for
done.
fish finders?
Elite TI 9s
Okay.
or TI 2s, whatever.
You don't have the new video game stuff.
It's like an iPhone. You can't keep up. I swear every year it's like, what do you want to do to your boat? It's like, well, new electronics would be nice.
$10,000 later.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
fuck
like
that, dude.
your electronics like cost as much as the boat.
That's what I want to talk about Maddie because he's coming in Friday because he's not an electronics guy.
I never used to be, but I mean, at least having like down scan, side scan, that's game changing because it's not that expensive. Like you can get a TI2 or whatever for like a grand.
Yeah.
Like a 9-inch
Or the
screen.
new Garmin shit. It's really good for the price. I see everyone using that.
Yeah.
So I have the Elite HDS and Gen 3s, 9, just one. It works great. I'm stoked. It has the fucking relief shading. That's good enough.
Dude, if you can see what you're fishing, it's different. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you go from like, oh, I know there's a rock over here to like looking at the rock.
Yes.
Driving by like 3 different ways. You're like, I didn't know the rock looked like that.
Yes.
Or like finding new shit in the lake. You're like, whoa, what's this? And like, I use it for that. But as far as like video game fishing and stuff like that, I mean, I've done it. It works, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It
They
is
use
what
it. Tournament guys probably use the fuck out of it.
Oh, yeah. But when you have a Hummingbird 360 right next to you and the guy with the boat, and you're like, fuck, I can't compete. You can't compete with that.
No.
You can't compete with $20,000 worth of electronics on the boat next to you.
That's how it is nowadays, dude.
COVID money.
Fuck.
Everyone's got it, apparently.
Do you want to talk about you and your dad's trip?
No, not really.
Why?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Well, I'm going to want to sell the boat one day.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, I mean, I just don't want to talk about how the fucking prop ate it. Cut that shit out.
All right, fine.
It's okay.
That's a good story, though.
It was pretty fucking funny between you
It
and me.
was fucking hilarious.
Dude, 20 minutes fucking. It's like, fuck. At least I got it back. Hey, they did a great job.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It doesn't even look like it
No, it's
went through
fine.
anything. It wasn't
Your
that bad.
dad, you fish with your dad a lot?
He doesn't like bass fishing, actually.
He likes offshore stuff?
That or I take him trout fishing.
You trout
He
fish
likes
as
trout
well?
fishing. Dude, I don't give a shit. I do it all.
Really?
I love trout fishing.
Bluegill?
Dude, we have like a picture of all of us hanging like 3-4 pound red ears.
No way.
Oh, it's rad.
Fuck.
Yeah, we do
Mini
it all.
jigs and stuff?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, make fishing fun again.
Yeah. Right?
Serious.
Just like Lateral said.
Make fishing fun again.
Yeah.
Here we go. Rabbit holes.
We're gonna close this up. This was a really good one. I think it was a lot better than our first one, right?
Way better.
Yes. Very informative.
Oh, informative fisherman.
Plug where you work, where they can get at you, and where they could book you if they want to get a trip with you.
Yeah, so I'm at Pinnacle Sport Fishing. Most of the guys know it as Dwayne Diego. So if you know Dwayne Diego, I'm like,
what do you do? I work Dwayne Diego.
Yeah,
I work the balls.
yeah, I work for Dwayne Diego. I'm Dwayne Diego's little son. If you need me, I'll be over at Pinnacle Sport Fishing. Find us over there. If you guys want to book a trip, call Dwayne.
Okay.
I can't do
You could go to the Instagram Pinnacle, right?
Yeah.
And you guys could
Instagram on
DM,
Pinnacle, or
yeah.
there's like the phone number on the website. You can call that. I'm not sure if he's taking bookings right now for next season, but I know, coming up soon he will be.
Fuck yeah.
Other than that, sometimes my Blue Water Seafoods. If you're in San Diego, stop by in the afternoon. I might be there. Probably not.
You ever see Richard Fingers down there?
Oh, who?
Matt Moyer?
Matt Moyer?
Yeah.
Dog, he don't come to my restaurant.
No, he's too.
Why would he
he's
come to
too
my
good,
restaurant?
huh?
He's too bougie.
Yeah, he is.
He's 5-star.
He is.
Yeah.
We call him Richard Fingers, Dick Fingers. Yeah, he's the best.
Dude, he does make
He's coming back on. People don't know how good of a chef he is.
He's gnarly.
Yes.
Like when we talk food, it's just like, I think I know some seafood shit, and he's like, pew, right over my head. And I'm like,
he's coming back
whoa.
on because I want to do like a chef thing with him because I'm like, you're a big deal, dude. Like
He
you
is.
fucking are really good at what you
Yes.
do. You would never know it. He's a fucking dickwad, but
Oh, yeah.
I love you, Matt. I'm just kidding. Thanks again, Ryan, for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great talk, and I hope you have a great season this year.
Yeah. You
We'll
too.
talk soon.
With a good podcast.
Thanks, man.
Sick setup.